The next type of relationship that we have in Laravel is has one of many relationship. And for this relationship, it is a relationship whereby somehow similar to one-to-many relationship, but in this case, we are just picking a subset of user relation in sort of like a one-to-many relation. So picture a scenario whereby you have a user who has very many posts, and in this case, we are intended to get only the latest post, or maybe the oldest post, or even more interestingly, we want to get the post that has many views. In this case, if in our post model, we are having a field whereby we are having the view count. So basically, you can be able to achieve that using has one of many relationship. And I would like to exit the post model and go to the user model. That is the only place where I'm going to do the changes for this specific relationship. On the reverse, it will be just similar. When you go to the post model, it will still belongs to user. So that is okay. So on this other side, what I want us to do is to, first of all, comment out the has many relations that we have created here. Then I want us now to create a relationship that we are calling one of many, has one of many. So we are going to have public function latest post, something of that sort. And here the return type is going to be has one, like that, and then inside here, then we are going to return this has one, and inside here we can pass in the post class. But since the relationship is not just has one relationship, we will also type in latest of many. So basically, it will pick for us the latest post. And I would like us to go to our web.php file. So inside routes folder, and here instead of returning user post, I can return latest, because even the user posts now is no longer there, that relation. And here we are going to return latest post. I believe that is how I have labeled it on the other side. So I would like us to refresh and see what is going to happen. And now you can see we are fetching only one record, which in this case is the latest post. Even though, of course, when you are creating using the factories, the difference between the post is not that noticeable, but it will go into the seconds and try to check which one was created latest. And of course, you can be able to check the maybe the oldest, so I can copy this and paste it down here, and we can say oldest post, something of that sort. And in this case, what we will have is oldest of many, now not latest of many here. So oldest of many. So basically that is how it will look like. I have a repetition, so we can remove it like that. So I can also go and check in our routing file if we can be able to return the oldest post belonging to a user ID whose ID is 1. So in this case here, I can be able to pass in oldest post, maybe to delete that. So something of that sort. And I would like to try and see if it will capture for us a post. Now you can see we still also have a different post on top of that. So basically that is how you can be able to fetch that. And sometimes you may also desire to also maybe perform a query. So if we intend to perform a query, and we want to get maybe a post with many views. In this case, this one I'm not going to try it, but I'm going to just show how you can be able to do it, because we do not have any column that shows maybe the number of views or something of that sort. So we can have maybe another one of many. So we can say public function maybe the most viewed. In this case, if in our table we have a column which we have the most viewed, so we can say has 1 again. Then what it is that we are going to pass in here, we will say return this, and then we can say has 1 in a similar fashion as 1. In this case, I'm typing in a typo, has 1 post class. And then after that, we can say of many, that. Then inside here we can pass a query. So in this case, we can say views. So if we have a view count, views, and we can pass in maybe that we want the maximum value, something of that sort, and that will fetch us the most viewed post. If now our column has a provision whereby we have a column called views, and we have the views having some values in there. So basically that is what you can be able to have as a has-to-one relationship. And sometimes you may not have to remove the many-to-many relationship. For example, whatever it is that you're having here, if you have defined the many-to-many relationship already, you can be able to proceed and just use whatever it is that you have in this many-to-many relationship to get the single relationship. So in this case, we can say, if we want probably to get the most viewed, we can say public function, maybe most, maybe highest view. Then we use a different thing such that doesn't give us an error. So highest viewed in a similar way, and we can also have it having the has 1 relation. And inside here we can say return this, and then now we can make reference to posts. So in this case we can say posts like that. Then so we are using the has many relationship that is there. And then we can pass in 1 like that, and then we can say many like that, and then we can have views maximum, something of that sort. So when you look at this one is having an assistance of the posts model, and then the posts relationship. And then once you are using it, then we can be able to go and check. And you can be able to do that one also if you want to get latest of many. So you can pass in latest of many in front here, and then it will fetch for you the single value, and in this case the single post which is among the many posts that exists. And then you can be able to access them in the views in a similar fashion in which we have been able to have here. So maybe you can just type in, even though this one will throw in an error because there's no view count in our tables. So here you can be able to say maybe view count, I believe I have, or maybe highest viewed or something of that sort. And then if you are to check, you can be able to have it. But that has to work if you have a column that is called views, that maybe you are inputting the number of views as the posts are being viewed in that fashion. Thank you very much.